Hey guys, it's Drea. Today I'm doing another in my series of collection videos. I'm kind of swatching my entire collection, just the fun stuff, the stuff with color. And we're finally at single eyeshadows. So I'm going to go through all of these. There's another one back here too, with you. I feel like this will take a while. I'll try to swatch everything. There might be a few things I skip over just because sake of time. We're gonna do one at a time so we can fit it all in the frame. This one here, let's start with, because this one has all the stuff that I just pulled into my Shop My Stash. So I've kind of kept it separate. So we have this here. This is a single shadow out of a Buxom palette, but it was a make your own palette, so I know you can get this separately, or you could at the time. This is called Patent Leather from Buxom. It's really pretty. It's like a silvery gunmetal purple. Super beautiful. This here is a shadow that is in really rough shape. It's broken. It's got a huge dent in it. I dropped this on the floor today. This is Snowflake from Essence. This is what I use anytime I want to do an inner corner highlight, like literally. Look at that. Anytime. I don't use anything from palettes. I use this. That is Snowflake from Essence. This here is ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, green, blue, indigo, violet. Get it? Anyways. I don't know if you can still get this. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Pink, super sparkly. I think it might have been for like birthday that they had or something like that. I am going to tell you now, I'm not going to swatch pigments. They're way too messy. But this is Kathleen Light's ColourPop collab pigment in the shade The Fish. All of these pigments are stunning. They are so beautiful. You have to use them wet because otherwise they'll fall out all over the place. This is a Beige Cosmetics Eye Lights in the shade Chill Pill. It's blue with a purple shift to it. Is it getting dried out? Kind of feels like it might be. I've had this for a little over a year. It's still okay. It might be a little bit drier than when I originally got it. But that's it there. This is a shadow from Sydney Grace. It is called Perfect Vacation. Joanne, a subscriber of mine, sent me this really beautiful green shade. I love swatching things. It kind of gives me ideas of like color stories you could put together. Like, look at those four as a spring color story. Okay, this is the Touch in Soul Metalist Foiled Pigment in the shade Sun Aurora. This is stunning. It's an orange, yellow, I hope you can see, shifting shade. And it has so much sparkle to it. Like, it is daytime here, but I have lights on me too. I'm hoping that swatches come across. And then here is a Cleona Cosmetics shade in the shade Half-Life. Single in the shade Half-Life. Again, Joanne sent me this one as well. There you go. Okay, on this side I've got some more high-end eyeshadows. This one is from Dior. This is from Dior. This is in the shade Cosmopolite. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't wear this a lot because I just, like, it's gorgeous in a swatch. It's this really pretty taupe. But the thing of it is, I just can't get it to translate like that on the eye, like as a finger swatch look. So I should probably get it out and try using it a few different ways because it does look gorgeous there. This is one of my favorite eyeshadows in my whole collection. This is a Victoria Beckham Eye Metals in Bitter Clove. And this, if I remember right, was when it was a collab with Estee Lauder, because I think Victoria Beckham now has her own line. But this is Bitter Clove. And this looks like nothing in a swatch, but it looks gorgeous on the eyes and it gets really sparkly on the eyes. Love it so much. Gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. This is from Stila. It's the Bare with Flare Eyeshadow Duo in Rose Quartz. I don't wear this one very much, but it's really pretty. This is a more satiny side, which, if I remember right, I thought it was a little bit more pigmented than that. And then the other side is more glitter. So this is a Rose Quartz Duo. Yeah, that doesn't look super pigmented. I don't know. Anyways, The glittery side is really pretty. I haven't worn that in a very, very long time though. A friend gave me all 4 of these next ones, and I don't think you can get any of them anymore. Both of these are Merle Norman. They are the Brilliant Dimension shadows. This is Phenom and this is Velvet Orchid. So Phenom and Velvet Orchid. They're both really soft, both pretty like shimmery metal shades. Really, really pretty. And then these 2 are from Lee Swatche, and the packaging on these is really gorgeous. The Aurora Iridescent eyeshadows in violet and teal, and these ones are baked and they're kind of domed and raised, and they both have a black base to them. You can really tell. These ones I'm not sure that I love because of that black base. It's just something that is not really what I get a lot of use out of. But they are like, there could be a time and place that I might want to use them. See that? That's teal. See how much of a black base that has? Let's move on to all of these. Most of these are glitters. Most of these are Stila glitters. This is Kitten Karma. This is a little mini. I think I got it in a gift set or something. A lot of these are quite old now because I got most of these when they first came out. They can be revived a little bit if you use, well, any kind of like, whatchamacallit? What's that one? You know that really famous one? You guys know what I'm talking about. Why can't I think of it? Oh God. I bet you I'll remember and put it on the screen. Okay, this is Wanderlust. This one is getting a little bit dry. I have tried to put like eye drops in these and that has worked. That's not really a good representation of what that should look like. This one is Rose Gold Retro. This one is gorgeous. This one I actually did revive recently and it's looking just as good as new. This one here, Painted Lady. This one is like a duochrome. This came in a gift set. That's why it's small. And this was a little bit patchier than all of the other ones. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's a little bit patchier. This one here I love. This is Fairy Tale. This is gorgeous. This is one of my newest ones. I love this all over the lid. This one here is Gypsy, another one of my favorites. It's purple. I've contemplated repurchasing Sea Siren and Sunset Cove. Those both have like a pink purpleness to them. There aren't a lot of pinky purple ones. This one needs reviving too. I've noticed that lately in the last 2 to 3 months, just because I think it's just the age of all of mine. I bought them all around the same time, so they're all kind of going at the same time. Smoldering Satin. This one is older, but it's still really, really good. This one is, look at like the glitters in them. So pretty. Smoldering Satin right there. The last 2, also smaller ones, Smoky Storm. Yeah, this one needs reviving too. Well, if I would have thought about that before filming this, I would have done it, but I didn't. And this one is Plum On. This one I don't really use a lot. It's another purple, but it's very dark. Yeah, that one probably needs reviving too. Okay, so don't take the ones that are a little bit drier as true swatches of what they can be, but you can see all the variety that I have in my collection. I've got 2 of these Makeup Forever Starlit Glitters. This one is in S111. This one is in S806. I'm gonna be honest, I know for sure I received, I think I got them both from a subscriber. For some reason I wanna say I got one of them, but I think I actually got them both. This one is stunning. Like, honestly, gorgeous. You can kind of see in the cap here, that green shift that it has. I can't swatch these because they are true glitters and they need a sticky base to stick to. And this one is just like a metallic pink. You can kind of see, but they're really, really beautiful glitters. Both of these are kind of like the Stilas. These are from Pixie though. I can't remember the name of them. Pixie Green is the shade and this is Rose Gold. Rose Gold is pretty. These are a little bit more sheer Oh, now I have a dog hair stuck to me. A little bit more sheer than the Stila ones. So I don't think the formula is as nice, but they're pretty. And then this Pixie Green, it's a little bit temperamental because it can get a little bit chunky. But if you use it a little bit sparingly or kind of just tap it out with a finger and spread it out a little bit more, I think it looks a little bit better than when it gets kind of chunky. So, but it is a really pretty color. And then the last glitter thing that I have is this. This is from ColourPop. This is the Glitterly Obsessed body glitter in Avenue of the Stars. Now they can't say these are for eyes because they are not eye safe. I've only used this once and it was a nightmare, and I actually will never again use it on my eyes because it got in my eyes and it actually made me scared. But these are like super, super wet, like thick bases full of huge chunks of glitter. Really, really beautiful, but like honestly, I'm not gonna put that on my body. It's a gorgeous product, but I'm not gonna use it as a body glitter, and I'm no longer gonna put it on my eyes, so I don't really have any other use for it, but geez, it's really pretty. Let's move along. There's not really any rhyme or reason to how these are organized, except that when I was just grabbing things, I realized that I had these kind of trios and quads in this drawer, so I never showed you these in my eyeshadow collection like the other ones. So I thought I'd just show you quickly. I probably won't swatch them though. This is Smashbox Photo Edit Eyeshadow Trio in Panoramic. This is supposed to be like a camera lens. These glitters in here are really, really pretty. This is a really nice trio. I just don't understand why they put it with a matte cream shade. Makes no sense. So I use these as singles. That's kind of why it's in here. And then I've got this quad from Bare Minerals. It's the, it's called the Soundtrack. And I got this from a friend who passed it along to me. And I'll be honest, I've used it once or twice. I just don't know if I absolutely love them. Like, they're okay. This green is not really something that I really wear. The peach is nice, but I just don't really wear them a lot. Alex gave me this for Christmas. Laura Geller Eye Elements Baked Eyeshadow and Highlighter in Amethyst Skies. It's a baked product. It's got these three on the side, and then this is, I guess, the highlighter, which I've never really used as a highlighter. It's kind of very subtle. But these three guys are really nice purples. A nice little purple kind of trio. Not super pigmented, but they work nicely in a little kind of light purple look. This is such a good palette. Now these are the LA Girl Eye Luxe palettes. This one is in the shade Fantasize. They're great quality. The mattes in here are really good. They blend together really, really well. I don't know if you can still get these. I can't find them anywhere in Canada that's near me. So, you know, I'm just letting you know that they're good, but I don't know if you can actually still get them. Okay, so now let's move along to everything that is actually single eyeshadows again. All right, this is the Essence Melted Chrome eyeshadow. I've got two of these. This one is in the shade Zinc About You, and this one is in the shade Ironic. I don't know how easy these are to find. I think I got them about a year ago. They're really beautiful. They're a little bit bouncy, but they are super gorgeous. Like, look at that. Sorry about that swatch, that doesn't want to come off. Look, can you see like how reflective those are? Oh, they're so pretty. They look great on the lid. Here are my other 4 pigments from ColourPop. So these 3 are from the Kathleen Lights collab, and this one is just from their regular line. So this one is called the Archer. It is a purple kind of blue shift. This one is the Crab, and it is a blue. It's not really a shift. It's blue metallic with a little bit of green glitter in it. This one is stunning. It is the Ram, and this is like a coral with orange glitter in it. And then this one just kind of looks just the way it is. It's just a pretty champagne, and that is in the shade Red Zone. I've got 3 of the Marc Jacobs sequins. I bought both of these when they first came out, and then Alex gave me this one for Christmas last year. This is Topaz Flash. I couldn't believe it when she gave me this, because they're a pretty penny, and they are worth it. They're beautiful. They come with a little stopper, and you need to keep that in there. This is Topaz Flash. Oh, they're so pigmented too. Like the tiniest little bit just goes such a long way. This one is, I don't know if it's my favorite. I think it probably is my favorite. I wore this recently and it just stuns me every time. This is called Paparazzi. So pretty. And then this one is Amethyst. I like this one, but it doesn't really sparkle as much as the other two. It looks really good with other purples in an eye look though. But these two are really, I think, stunning. Okay, here's two little random things. I used to have a bunch of these and I, over the years, kind of culled them all out. This is from Laura Mercier. It is the Caviar Stick Eye Color in Moonlight. I'm just not a stick eyeshadow person, but I love this color. And it still looks like just as good as it ever did. You can use it as a base or you can use it on its own. It's really, really pretty. This here, oh, a little goes a long way. So subscriber gave me this. This is from Sydney Grace. It's a liquid. What's it actually called? I know the shade says Lake Days, but I don't know what these are actually called. Oh, shoot. You have to really, really shake these because the liquid does separate. So I think they're a little bit finicky to use. I've only ever used it on my eye once because, like, look, it goes a long way and it's liquid. So it's kind of hard to control, but it's so pretty. I think it'd be better to put it on your hand and then take from your hand and put it onto your eye so that you're not overdoing it, because you can easily overdo it with that. But really gorgeous. Here's some more kind of like pot type eyeshadows. Here's two more of the Touch in Sol Metalist Sparkling Foiled Pigments. This one is in Hollow Mulberry and this one is in Golden Tangerine. This one is a shifter. So these have a little stopper in them as well, but it's just a little piece of plastic. These go a really long way, just like the Marc Jacobs, they go a really long way. That's Hollow Mulberry. I don't know why I keep these in the packages. I just like it. I just like it. I can't tell you why. This one is Golden Tangerine. This one is not as much of a shifter. It's just kind of, you see, you know, you get what you see. You know what I'm trying to say. Just like a really pretty tangerine orangey color. Really, really pretty. How many times can I say pretty in one video? This one I keep in the box because it came with one of these little sponge applicators, and I actually do use this with this product. This is the Le Swatche Ombre Souffle Supreme in Ver Enchant, and this is getting a little bit old. It also has a little plastic stopper in it. It's way more of a putty. I can't get my finger in there because my nails are too long, so let me swatch it with the spongy guy. It's definitely like a putty. You can kind of see it moving around probably. And then it's very sparkly. The other day though I used it and it didn't come off this nice on the eye. I probably should have tried it again over something different. But I normally really, really love this. It's one of my favorites in my collection. These ombre souffles though, they aren't all sparkly. Some of them are just matte. So if you can swatch them first or look at swatches, make sure you do to make sure that you actually want what you're getting. Okay, here's some more random stuff. Subscriber sent me this. It is a sample of one of the Natasha Denona shadows from the Sunrise palette. This is in the shade Phlox, P-H-L-O-X. Not a shade that I would really wear on my lid a lot, but it is really pretty. This is NARS Stud. It's the only NARS single shadow that I have anymore. I used to have, I want to say quite a few. Why? My nails really, I swear. Like when they're this long, you can't dig down into stuff because you'll dig into the eyeshadow. Anyways, there's Stud. Really pretty silvery taupe color. This one I just haven't used a lot. The times I've used it, I haven't loved it. It's a colorful shadow from Sephora in the shade 220 Lucky Penny. I remember swatching this in store and it was gorgeous, but I think it was because it had been swatched by 1,000 hands, and you know how stuff kind of is once it's been used a lot. It's a little bit better sometimes. It looks okay, but you know, it's not super metallic. And then this is Steal a Kitten. I have used this as an inner corner highlight on the lid, as a highlighter on my cheeks, which by the way looks stunning. This is a classic shade and it's really pretty. And I don't know if it's still, like, I often will wet it and I think it looks a little bit better wet, but I think that might be because it's older. Like, it's not super metallic when you actually swatch it. This is a Kaja Trio. From, I think they're called like Bento or something. This is Toasted Caramel. All three of these are shiny and metallic. I love the packaging. It's so cute and fun. They're like stacked and then they open like this. Really cute, right? So I kind of like, I like the two brown shades. I think the lightest shade kind of does, it's a little chunky and weird. I don't generally use them together. I'll typically use one at a time. This is another Lee Swatche eyeshadow. Can you see? Yeah, there. You can see the W in it and rhinestones. This is from a holiday collab, not collab, collection. This is in the shade Fireworks. Okay. I feel like this is getting a little bit old because it's starting to look like it's cracking inside there, but it probably works fine. No, it does work fine. Super beautiful. These are my favorite types of products. These eyeshadows that are like with a stopper, that because they're kind of wet and they have more of a pigment base as opposed to a satin base. You know what I mean? Like, these types of eyeshadows are just my favorite product in my entire collection. Here's another one from Ciate. These are the Marbled Metals, and this one is in the shade Wicked. I want another one from this line. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say Phoenix, but I can't remember. It's like a pinky red one. It's on my wish list for sure, but this one I'm so glad I got first because I wear this a ton and I just love it. It's so purple with a flash of blue, like as opposed even to Hollow Mulberry, which is another one that's great for being blue purple. This one is just the most intense one out of all the eyeshadows I have that are like that. I love this. I think I lucked out getting that big chunk of like silver right there because it really does lend it a nice reflective quality. And I put this on with my fingers. I feel like that gets the best impact. Okay, almost done. I've got two Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill, and then I've got my Tarte ones left. These I feel like are kind of the granddaddy of these types of eyeshadows. These are the ones that came first before anything else, and I was obsessed at the time that I got these. This one is in the shade number 5. They're not exactly the same though. Like, they are more so metallic than glittery. They are nice, but they're not as nice. This one is number 8, Champagne. But even though it's crumbly, it still works. And if you wet it, it's, you know, it's much better. So pretty. Okay, lastly are the Tarte. Now this one is different. This is actually an eyeliner. It's called the Clay Pot Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner in Lucky Penny. And I don't use this as a liner. I use it as a base for eyeshadows. It's very creamy, really pretty, but it is an eyeliner, but I use it as an eyeshadow. And then I've got 3 of the Chrome Paint Shadow Pots. So I've got Top Yacht, Sun Drenched, and Froze. Froze, I would say, is the best. If you're gonna get any of them, get Froze. It's so pretty. It's pink with a gold base to it. And again, I definitely feel like these work better with a finger, right there, than they do with a brush. Although I've used them with a brush as well. Like, sometimes I'll go in with my finger and then kind of fill in the gaps with a brush. You can see it's kind of orangey bronze. It's got that heavy gold shift to it. And then lastly, this one is Top Yacht. This is just kind of a basic champagne. Really pretty, and it looks good wet. It's a little bit chunky if it's not wet, I'll be honest. Not my favorite of them, but when you kind of buff it in, you can kind of see, like, it's just really reflective champagne. If I had to do it again though, I probably wouldn't buy this one. I would only go for the ones that are a little bit more special, that have a shifting component to them, because I feel like you can kind of get the same look from this as you would by just putting a highlighter on your eyes, you know? But that is it for my single eyeshadow collection. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope the swatches ended up really good, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.